Hello, everybody. It's Rombo here, and I hope you had a very, very happy, Merry Christmas. And uh, we're getting ready for hopefully, the Santa rally. And so let's get into it here. AAPT. I'll make sure my microphone's on. Soul man. Matter of fact, I'll say it right now. Just an old man in a dark room looking at three monitors. I'm not a financial advisor. I just look at charts and telling you what I think. That's about it. Um, so with that said, AAPT looks like it did have that nice bounce, and we're setting up higher highs. Well, at least higher lows for right now, not necessarily a higher high. I mean, this right here and this right here, that's a higher high and lower low, right? So now we have a low set in here, and now we're going to see what happens. We did break this downward resistance trend line, which is a good sign. It did come back a little bit, and now we're starting strong again, so that's a good sign for AAPT. We'll see how far it can go here. The next resistance on the daily is 0.0229. So good for you guys who are in AAPT. Is looking good. Sybil. Oh, let me clean this up here real quick. Sybil, great day. We spent forever in this downward trend resistance line. I was telling you about here. We did bounce off the 0.0172 area. I was thinking that it might have a chance to get down to the 0.0147 area, just straddling down. Now, before, you start going crazy and we're going to the moon and everything. Okay, we let me get this one out of here. That is the secondary resistance line. We did come out of it, okay, but now I want to see it breaking, you know, uh, another green day, maybe, well, blue day, orange day. I want to see more breaking away from this trend line right here, okay. Farther away we get from there, the better. I think my previous video, oh, now I'm on the weekly chart here. Okay, kind of got ahead of myself. I thought things looked a little different. Come on, there we go. Okay, so we consolidated over. We had support here at 0.0203. Now we had a great day. We busted out. Does that mean we're free? No, it doesn't. We could have what I call straddling, where then the next day is down, the next day is up, the next day is down, and next thing we know, we're at 0.0199. That can happen. It is common with OTC stocks, but still, a good sign is that it did break this downward trend line. So that means we're in business now. We'll see what happens here. It would really be nice if we had another green day and we broke 0.276. That means, we're pretty much, we could have a low here, and then a high and something like that. That's what I'm looking at. That's one scenario. Or we ended right at resistance, guys. So that's why I'm saying tomorrow we might have a red day. What would be nice is if we didn't have too much of a pullback, and maybe down to 0.0248 area or so, and then then maybe the next day we break out on maybe like a 3-bar play or something like that. That would be really nice. So things, obviously things are always looking good when you have a blue day, but we just broke out of the downtrend. So just chill out and remember, patience is everything here. But depending on what happens tomorrow, if we do break that resistance, I am going to average down and get ready for Sybil to do some good things here. Next I have is Fern, and Fern, this wedge here, it's a bullish wedge. It's a descending wedge, but we have to go through the process, and we'll see what happens if the pattern holds. I talked about this last time. We had a good day today. We're getting closer to the primary downward trend line here. But if the pattern holds, here's the second wave, here's the third wave. The fourth wave typically comes down, and breaks the bottom part of this wedge here, and then boom. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping that is going to happen. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Today we had a really nice day. We broke above the resistance here, the 4-hour resistance, which is a really good sign. The daily resistance by quite a bit. But if you notice, right on this wedge, and then we broke down. So now again, this is a pattern. Okay. If we have, like I said, I think I said before, if we have a bunch of blue days, this wedge pattern will disappear. Okay, so it only indicates what might happen. If it goes according to pattern, it should do something like this and then go up. But again, it's all dictated by the price action. If it breaks this downward trend line, maybe we do some straddling, something like this. But it could do something like that too. So next couple of days should give us a heads up on what's going on. If we have a couple of red days, 2-3 red days in a row, then I'm expecting this pattern to happen. But if we consolidate, kind of like what Sybil did, and we break this downward trend line, then maybe retest this 0.0286 area. We'll probably see something like that. So next couple of days should tell us what Fern should be doing. Next on the line here is Ilis. Well, like I said here before, guys, it broke the Andrews pitchfork going up, and of course that means it's going down, and that's what it's doing. Everyone got excited on this blue candle. Hey, we're on the way up now. Well, no, not not necessarily. It does look like, though, so far, I think the next couple days is really going to be big for a lot of the OTC big boys here. I would really like to see Ilis just now kind of consolidate, build a base here, and then if we break out of the Andrews pitchfork, that's a beginning of a sign of we're finishing this downtrend. Then maybe this is called the stage 1, which is the transition period from a downtrend, to just deciding which way it's going to go. And then if we set some higher highs and higher lows, then that's a good sign that we're in a beginning of stage 2, which is going back to an uptrend here. So we'll wait and see what's going on with Ilis here. First, we have to break Andrew's pitchfork before we get all excited about Ilis getting back to the uptrend here. We're just now at the negative 0.5 deviation. We're not even down to the -1 deviation yet. That's where, if you watch my couple videos ago, that's where the smart money is. Here's the retail area right here. Spends most of the time in here. Here's smart money, sell, sell. Um, Maybe it comes down here and we get into the a sell or a buy area, a really good buy area here. Before we come up, use something like that also going on. But just because of the last couple days here, this big old bottoming tail, buyers are starting to come in here. So we'll wait and see if it consolidates and maybe breaks that overall trend line, and we could bounce low early. So that's what I have for Ilis. Next is OWUV, and another nice day here today. We were up 5.9%. What gets scary for me is when I see indecision candle. Indecision candle is this big topping tail right here, and a big bottoming tail, and a small body. Okay, that means sellers are coming in here. Buyers are pushing it back down. So there's indecision here. No one knows what to expect, and that usually means that's the sign of a trend change. OTCs, I don't put as much weight into candles, individual candles, and smaller patterns, candle patterns, than I do the regular stocks. But I still get a little iffy when I see a candle like that. Usually, what I would kind of get scared of is when we see way up here, like it gaps up tomorrow, all right, and starts here, puts in a big topping tail and a big bottoming tail, kind of like this right here, except it's hanging up here in the middle of nowhere. That's called an evening star, okay, and that's a pretty definite sign that we're going to be going down. Even though I just told you I don't trust in individual candles per se, but even with that, guys with the OTC and TA, that will get enough guys scared if they see something like that. That will create a lot of selling pressure. So just be careful of OWUV in the next couple days. Could be wrong. It could just continue to shoot up from here, but maybe put a stop loss in here, 0.35 or something like that. If you're in it for a long play, if you're just scalping it, then yeah, I would, I'd have it up to around 0.4 or so. See what happens with that one. And let's see here. Last but not least, I think I have SPQS. SPQS is in a wolf wedge pattern also. It never fails. We had quite a bit going up to the 0.0188 area here with this first wave. The second wave comes down here. Third wave comes up. Now we have a fourth wave. Thing is, here's the end of the wedge right here. We don't have a lot of space left, so that's unfortunate. I don't trust the pattern when you want the fourth wave to finish about like right here, okay, and down here where we're still way up here. That will give it time to run. This doesn't have any time. Does that mean that it's still not going to go up? No, it doesn't. We could, we did finish under resistance here. we could get back down to the 0055 area. We do, have some kind of support here with this wedge. So we could come down here. Not only that, is that where the wedge bottoms out, but this is the daily support here at 0055 too. So that might be a good area to where we might start seeing higher highs and higher lows. And it would be breaking this downward wedge also. So that's looking like that might be something that could happen here. And why not? Since I'm here, why don't we take a look at Tonr? Tonr looks like everyone is in wolf wedge form here. I have a buy-in at 0.0039. I don't really trust this wedge, even though a lot of red, but now we have a couple blue in here. But matter of fact, that's just an alert. That's not a buy. I think it's looking pretty good at filling this pattern here. So this fifth wave, I don't like to see some blue in it, but I'm thinking it should still come down. I know this says fifth, and that means it's going up from there. But again, the pattern's not done yet. This could disappear if we have more red days here. And then once we break this wedge, 002 or something like that, then we could have that really nice run that I think I talked about before with this one. But yeah, right now it ended right smack in the middle of the daily support and resistance. The resistance 006, support 004. So we'll wait and see what is going on with Tonr, but right now it finished below the 4-day EMA. So we're gonna. I'm thinking we're still gonna come down and maybe try to. I think the -1 deviation is right here, guys. So that is right at, that's what's creating the 004 -1 deviation. So I wouldn't mind seeing it get down there. That'd be a good sign. That's where the smart money buys, in between the gold right here, and that's where they sell. So they bought right here, and maybe they're pushing it down to get in again underneath here, and then letting it go again. So that's what is looking like is shaping up for Tonr. And with that said, guys, I'm done, and I am going to call it a night. I hope you guys had a blue day today, a blue Monday, which for me would be good. And you guys take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night.